Hi Foxes, and welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, welcome. My name is Brittany and I am known as SHOPFOXBURROW across the internet, so on Instagram, Poshmark, Etsy, Thrilling. And today I'm here to share with you what sold for the week of April 12th through April 18th of 2021 on the 4 platforms that I sell on, which are Thrilling, Etsy, Poshmark, and eBay. Now, I primarily sell vintage, but I do sell a fair amount of modern stuff too, so if you are looking to find out what is selling for me in the vintage world and what sort of modern stuff I am picking up that I know will either be a quick flip or I'll make a decent profit on, then stay tuned. Now, before I launch into what sold, I want to go over 3 somethings with you. So the first thing is that I think it was last week or the week before, I don't know, I got a comment on one of my videos that was like, it's basically like, I appreciate you, but I wish you would get to the point of what sold. And at first I was like pretty annoyed by this, but I didn't say anything. And then I thought about it and I was like, okay, you know what, I can take something from this. So what I'm going to do from now on is that I will put timestamps in the description box, and you will see them on the bar at the bottom of this video for all the different platforms that I sell on. So if you would like to skip my intro, although I would prefer that you didn't, but if you would like to, you can go ahead and pick whichever platform you are interested in knowing the sales for, and that way hopefully I don't annoy you too badly. The second thing is that I do have a video coming out either this week or next week, I can't remember, about the platform Thrilling. So I'm going to be talking a little bit more in depth about the platform and the onboarding process and what it's like to sell on there and the highs and lows. And so if you are interested in selling vintage, then definitely make sure that you watch that video, because it is kind of a budding platform, so it's not something that you're going to find on a lot of other YouTube channels, as there are not that many sellers on Thrilling. So I hope that you will tune into my video and let me know what you think. And the last thing is just a reminder that I do offer a vintage product writing service. So if you like the amount of money that I'm getting for the vintage items that I'm selling, and maybe you have some stuff sitting around in your death pile or money pile and they're vintage and you just don't really know a lot about them, so you've been procrastinating listing them, then for $3.50 I will give you a title, a description, and also a price. So I will sort of use all of the knowledge that I have. I will do a little bit of research for you and send you back all the information that you need to list. If you have something that you really want to know a lot about, maybe you've got just a real showstopper piece and you think it could be really valuable, and you want basically as much information as I can give you on it, then you could also purchase the deluxe product listing, which is $8.50, and I do try and include any like newspaper clippings or whatever else I come across, like websites or resources, and I kind of tell you how I'm giving you the information that I am giving you. So whichever one you think is more relevant to your situation, it is available on my Shopify. And I'll have the link to that down in the description box below. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in. We are going to start out with Thrilling. I did have 3 sales on Thrilling last week. So I sold, first was this Laura Ashley dress. So this Laura Ashley dress was circa the 1990s, and I picked it up at Goodwill. I think I paid about $5 for it, and it sold for $56 on Thrilling. They do take a 10% cut, so still a really nice return on my investment. The second thing that sold on Thrilling was this 1980s like crochet cardigan, very cottagecore-y. It had all these like little rosettes all over it. I mean, it was basically like made out of rosettes. And that sold on Thrilling for $46. And then the last thing to sell on Thrilling last week was this gingham jumpsuit. I was over the moon for this jumpsuit. If it had had pockets, I probably would have kept it because I tried it on and it did fit me. But it did not have pockets, so I went ahead and listed it. I picked this up at Goodwill. I had a killer day at Goodwill one day when I went to meet my friend, and they just had so much good vintage, and this was one of the pieces. One of the multiple jumpsuits that I picked up that day, and yeah, so it was really cute, and it sold for $56. Okay, so now we're going to dive into Etsy. This is again for April 12th through April 18th, and on April 12th I had a number of sales. The first one was this denim shift dress. It was like a zippered front. I bought this for myself from another reseller, well, yeah, from another vintage seller who sells on Poshmark, and she had a really amazing holiday sale, and a couple of the pieces that I got for myself didn't fit, so I did end up having to rehome them, and this was one of them. These little denim pinafore dresses really do well. I've never had one that sat for more than a couple of weeks, so if you can get them for a good price, I would definitely recommend it. I paid about $5 for this one, maybe $6. And it sold for $39.99, and then it went all the way to Switzerland. So the buyer paid quite a bit in shipping, but yeah, I was happy with that sale. Next up was, I told you guys about the trousers. I've been talking about the trousers. This is another pair of trousers. They were a 16W, and they were like a speckled sort of brown, like speckled material, and definitely had that dark academia vibe. They had pockets, you know, nice and high-waisted. Those sold for $38.99, and then the buyer had a discount of $3.90, and so I made about $34 on those. I paid about $5 at Goodwill, I think. I've been paying between like $3 to $7 for all of the trousers that I've been picking up, so I feel like that's a pretty safe range. Yeah, but they sold within, I think, like a week and a half or 2 weeks, something like that, but quick. Next up was this vintage straw hat. I did a big batch of straw hat listings, and I think you saw some of those come through in my what sold video last week. And holy cow, let me tell you, these straw hats are flying. I only have a few left, and yeah, I'm gonna have to do another hat update because wow. So this one sold for $33.99 plus shipping, and it was just like a more dark browny yellow type of straw, so just kind of like a classic, more natural, like darker straw hat. So the next one, I was actually really happy that this sold because I made a mistake in buying this. I picked this up off of like a new rack that had come out at Savers, and silly me, I guess I expected all of the lingerie to be priced more affordably. This was priced at $8, and I did not notice, and I actually paid $8 for this. But luckily I did sell it $30.99, and it didn't take that long to sell. It was by Bill Blass, and so I do like to pick up bras, especially if they don't have underwires and they're vintage, but I don't like to pay $8 for them. I like to pay like $3 for them, so yeah, glad that this sold at full price, $30.99, buyer paid shipping. And then I sold this cute little 4T romper. Someone messaged me and said that they were filming a video, like a movie, low budget, set in the 1960s, and that this would be perfect for one of their scenes, and they asked if I could give a discount. So I gave them a 15% off discount, and It was $20.99, and then they got $3.15 off, and hopefully it works for their filming. Next was a pair of patchwork style like culottes from the brand Koret, K-O-R-E-T, and this was a pair of plus size, just like culotte pants that look like a skirt when you wear them. And I have been listing a few of these, and they are popular. This is this one sold for $38.99 plus shipping. And then the last one for that week, these sold really fast. I picked these up, I think at Goodwill, and another pair of boots that you will see in next week's What Sold video. I picked up the same trip. And these were a pair of Eddie and Anye loafers, and they were in pristine condition. Very dark academia, librarian-ish. And I personally really like Eddie and Anye, so I went ahead and picked these up. I think they were $6, and then they sold for $40. So I was happy with that, and they sold in like 2 hours or something like that. It was crazy. Okay, so that is it for what sold on Etsy. If you are ever wondering like how much the total gross number is that I'm selling on each platform, I do put that in the description box down below so you can take a look. And then I did sell a couple of things on eBay last week. Yay! So I am sort of in the process of deciding if I want to keep selling on eBay. What I'm doing right now is listing all the modern stuff on eBay first and then cross-posting it to Poshmark. I think I mentioned that in my last video. But I did manage to sell 2 things again last week. I mean, it's not a lot, but the value was higher, I guess. So this J. Crew dress I picked up at Goodwill. I think I paid like $8 for this one, and the comps on it were really good, and it was a size 16, so I was like, I mean, I'm sure I can make $8 on it, right? So I ended up picking this one up, and then I had it listed pretty high. I think at like $115 or something like that. And a buyer, I can't remember if I think they sent me an offer for $50, and I countered back at $60 because honestly, I mean, it's a good return on investment for me. I don't want to be sitting on things for a long time if they are modern, so I went ahead and countered back at $60, and they accepted. And then buyers pay shipping on eBay for my stuff. And then the other thing that I sold was also an offer from a buyer. They offered me $25 for this Stitch Fix Guys Are blue skirt. I got this from my Stitch Fix palette, so I paid about $5.50 for it, and they offered me $25, and then they paid shipping, so I accepted that as well. So that is, what, $85, which is better than the $40 that I made the week before. So, I don't know. We're trying here. I'm not listing a ton of modern stuff, so I feel like I'm kind of being prejudiced against eBay because I'm not listing a ton on there, but then I'm expecting a bunch of stuff to sell, which is not how it works. So trying to figure that out. I feel like maybe I might be better suited to Depop, and even though I don't really want to do like the whole sharing situation like with Poshmark, I feel like there's probably a bot that I can use to refresh my Depop listings, so that's kind of going on in the back of my head. And then they require so much less information than eBay does. My kids are going insane upstairs, like running around because it's raining and they can't go outside, so they're burning off all their energy. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump into Poshmark and see what's sold on Poshmark. So I told you guys you would see this dress again. It is the second Gal Meets Glam Jasmine Pinafore dress that I had. Totally in love with this dress. You'll probably see me wear mine in a video at some point because I got one for myself. Yeah, but someone just came in and bought it outright, $150. So they both sold for $150. I am like, over the moon with both of those dresses selling for $150. And yes, happy. So that one sold, and they left me 5-star feedback. Then I also sold this Stitch Fix Market and Spruce utility jacket. I had this and I had listed it and it sold on eBay, and then I found another one while I was going through more of my palette stuff, and so I just, you know, updated the listing quantity and relisted it in Poshmark because I didn't want it to be like an old listing, so I relisted it. Someone came in and bought it full price, so I had it listed for $55 and they came in like a day or two and they bought it for full price, and I seriously cannot complain about that. So it's very happy. Next was this vintage floral, it was kind of like a prairie, like a ditzy floral skirt. It was a maxi skirt and it had like a drawstring waist. So the waist could get pretty big. I had it listed as a size extra large, and I think I had it listed for, I want to say like 56 or something like that. Someone came in and offered me 35. It's been listed for a little bit and I had not yet cross-posted it over to Etsy. So saving myself some time, I accepted that offer and sold it for $35. And I don't remember where I got this. I either pulled it out of the bins or picked it up at like a Goodwill or something like that. But yes, so that was a good sale. And then I also sold this turtleneck. It was like a magenta color. Kind of surprised to be selling turtlenecks at this time of year, but I guess we're just going to roll with it. This was mine when I was a size 2, so it was on the smaller side. It was definitely like fitted, but it was a really nice material. What was it from? Oh yeah, it was Talbot's, and I had it in chartreuse and pink, and the chartreuse one sold really quickly, but the pink one sat for a long time. But it did sell for $20 with an offer from, was it from the buyer? Yeah, an offer from the buyer, and I accepted that, and I was happy to make $16 on it because it was mine. Next up was another dress that I've had listed for a little while, and someone came in and I think I had it listed for $78 and they offered me $65, and I was like, that is so reasonable. Thank you. Yes, I will happily accept your offer. And I purchased this on Etsy to resell. Let's see how much I paid for it on Etsy. I paid $15 for it on Etsy. It was from the 1960s. Very cute little pastel plaid, but it was small. It's like an extra small. So after cost of goods and Poshmark's fees, I made somewhere around, what is that, $37. So still very good. And then I sold this French Connection white, like, layered bolero thing. I don't know how to describe this. And it had these like little teardrop sequins in it. It was white and black. It was really pretty. Had it listed, I think, in the $50 range. It was new with tags, and it was size 0. I picked it up at the bins, pretty sure. Either the bins or I paid like $2 or $3 for it. I did not pay a lot, but it sold for $35. So taking out about $3 for what I may have paid for it, I made about $25. So I was very happy with that too. And then I was very happy with this. I sent out some offers on, I think, Friday morning. What are my children doing upstairs? The living room is right above me, so it's like if they push something around on the floor, it's so loud down here, and if they run, it's so loud down here. When I've watched back my videos, I don't think you guys can really hear it, but it sounds really loud to me. So these were just some of my son's footy pajamas. I have realized that you don't really want your child to be wearing footy pajamas if they're, like if they need to get up and go to the bathroom without your assistance. So it's not like, it's like wearing a romper and having to go to the bathroom, except now you have to amplify that by the fact that you're 4 and you don't know exactly how to work a zipper. So it's like, I ended up selling all of my 5-year-old's footy pajamas, and these were all a size 4T. and they sold for $24, and then I gave a shipping discount of $1.50. So I made $17.70. I'm not mad about that. Most of these were hand-me-downs, so pretty good. I also sold this ModCloth red off the shoulder blouse. I had purchased this for myself on Poshmark as like I bundled it with some other stuff to get the seller's discount, and ultimately I just didn't like the way that it looked on me, so I ended up selling it. I did offer a shipping discount of $1.50, so $12.90 is what my earnings were, and then I think I paid about $5 for it. Again, buying it for myself, so if you wanted to take that out, I made about $7. When it comes to ModCloth stuff, I don't really recommend picking up any of the basics. They don't sell for a ton of money, but I do like to wear them, and they do sell eventually, so if I buy something for myself, I'm pretty confident as long as I take care of it that I can resell it, so that's nice. I was so glad to see this go. This was on like the bottom of my list of like stuff that needed to be pulled to take into consignment because it's been in my closet for so long. It was a Lauren Conrad like oversized peasant style blouse, except it was floral, and it finally sold. I had it marked down to $10 and someone bought it for $10, and so $7.05 was my takeaway, and I picked this up at the bins. Lauren Conrad doesn't have a really good resale value. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. Certain pieces do, but for the most part, nothing's going to go over like $25 or $30, and a lot of it's going to sit for a long time. So, next up was another hat. This was like the cutest little lacy cottagecore style hat. This sold for $33, and then I did offer a shipping discount of $1.50, so I got $24.90. Another pair of two footy pajamas. These were size 5T, and this was, again, 2 pair. The other one was 4 pairs, and this was 2 pair. And these sold for $16, and then a shipping discount of $1.50. So I made $11.30. So I made, what, $29 just selling my kids' old pajamas? Pretty sweet. Next up was this Eileen Fisher sweater. This was something that I think I dug it out of the bins, or I picked it up at a thrift store, but I ended up really liking it, so I kept it, and I wore it for like an entire winter. I would just wear it with leggings. It was so comfortable and cozy. And then last year for winter, I didn't wear it at all. So I decided, I guess I'm tired of it, and it kind of had a bit of pilling, so I wasn't sure if I should list it, but I was like, it's Eileen Fisher. So I went ahead and listed it. I think I had it listed for $36, and someone offered me $32. No shipping discount. And I was like, and it sold in like a day. I was like, wow. Yay. And then the last thing was a Stitch Fix Infinity scarf. I got these in my palette. Again, I would have paid about $5.50 for it, but you can only expect so much of a return for an infinity scarf like this, especially at this time of year. So I took an offer from someone for $17, and after like cost of goods and fees, I think I made about $8 on it. So not a lot, but again, happy to make a little bit of money on it. Okay, so that was it. Just sort of plugging along, listing stuff, and generally I've been pretty happy with sales, and so I'm just keeping going. I've got the spring energy. I love the spring, so it's when I list all my dresses, I get the pastels, get the pretty stuff, get the florals, get the sleeveless stuff, and I can just list it all, and I've been hoarding it, so I'm really excited about it. So yeah, just keeping that momentum going and listing. So let me know how your sales have been down in the comments below, if you learned anything new from this video, or any other feedback that you might have. But please don't be passive aggressive and tell me that I talk too much, because I already know that and I'm not going to change. So that's that. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye.